Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. That was a bigger breath in than normal, I gotta say. The whole intro is ruined now. How you doing? How's it going? I'm fine. It's 11 a.m. It's 11:50 a.m. I got my coffee here. It's not finished yet, but I am resolving to make Monster Train once again my first step in my day. What I noticed is that the reason that my content I feel has been shifted, I guess is a way to put it, is because I found a game that I want to play and not make content for. It's crazy because I feel like that hasn't happened to me in a long time, but I've been playing all this Fallout, and it's like, because when I play a game, like basically I can't play Monster Train off camera or off stream, because if I do, I feel like, oh, well, I could just be I could be making content right now. This is a waste of my time. And so it's hard to find a game that strikes the balance of I want to play this and I also want to not stream it. But when I do, it then skews the rest of my content because I'm playing that instead of recording. So it skews, I say. I recorded one video at like 1 a.m. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm fine. I'm resolving to make Monster Train my first part of my day again. We'll see how long it lasts. Hopefully a while. We'll see, we'll see. I got some first looks coming up, I think. I'm gonna try to do more first looks as well. I'm looking for... because Into the Breach has done really well, comparatively to every other series I've ever done. I'm looking for another series. One, I'm kind of looking to bring back the, like, 11 a.m. I'm streaming, or I'm playing this because I want to series, which was Patrick's Parabox. Kind of want to play The Witness, but, you know, those are the videos that don't do super well, but if you watch those, you're like, you're a real one, you know? That's the shit that I'm playing. No marketability, I just want to play it. But Braid was the last one I played on that. Anyway, I'm gonna start the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hellhorned Umbra, Blighting Seal, Spell Shield, Sap, Welder Helper, Mind Collapse, Impish Scholar. I'm resolving to take a little more time to think about each of these decisions and choices. Let's begin. Oof, man, this is a hard choice. I have Welder Helper. Do I want Hell's Banners or Ashes of the Fallen? Do I want a near free win or 3 energy when I play 2 imps? Yeah, Ashes of the Fallen. It's almost never wrong, is Ashes of the Fallen. Wrathful is the pick here. I think Reaper Prince... Actually, this is one of the runs where Reaper Prince is almost playable. And then we're going to take the Horde. The Horde is fine. So I actually do want to talk about this choice. I think that Collection of Tales would be the pick here if we didn't have Ashes. Why is that? Well, I feel like Prince, he's going to have a little trouble keeping up on the rage numbers normally. So into Relentless in the early combats, he might just not have enough rage. Collection of Tales can represent 5 to 6 rage, which is 10 to 12 damage, which is a lot at the start of the game. However, Double Summon Welder Helper adds 80 armor, which completely invalidates any fear in the early game. So Winged Indulgence is good. It also kind of evens out the Relentless, because taking 1 damage off of a boss is pretty good as well. No love for Start with 7 energy. I think it's okay. Spikes 3 will hurt me. Is there a Hellhorn banner? There is a Hellhorn banner with the Steel Shop. I will take the Spikes 3 because there's a Hellhorn banner, because I want to play Horned Warrior or, dare I say it, Alpha Fiend in this run. Dare I invoke he. So you're going to heal all of my damage no matter what I do. That's a shame. Yeah, this is... Wrathful Prince, I think, is one of the Alpha Fiend picks. Does pretty well with the Alpha Fiend. Young Fiend, if you will. 10 damage. So... this is an interesting one, but not really, right? I took the Spikes trial and I knew what it was going to mean. I'm getting farmed by this priest, is what's happening here. So the interesting part about this is... oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I was going to say Welder Helper gives 2 damage shield to the Apprentice of Light. But it doesn't. It gives 1. 1 damage shield. Oh, it does matter, doesn't it? Yeah, it does matter. Hold on. Goes Torch here. 1 Welder Helper here. 11 damage? Oh, he gets the damage shield afterwards. So I have to skip one Welder Helper. That's the play. That's the answer to that turn. You gotta skip one. Yeah, that priest being infused, it really farmed me. But what can you do? I should have only taken 5 for that, plus the 3 from the priest, but he was infused. Did a lot of damage. It is a shame. I'll be alright. I knew what I was doing when I took the trial. I thought it was going to be a little bit smoother than that, but infused priest did it to me pretty heavily. I should have taken, what was that? That was like 2, 3, that was 8. I was expecting to take 16 there, but it was not to be. I guess realistically I should have expected to take more because I knew one of the enemies was going to be infused, but I have Mind Collapse, so an infused, like 9x2 double shoot man, that guy would have died for free. Well, for one Mind Collapse, but I think I stand by it, although it's a bit of a toss-up if it ends up like that or not, so. Fledgling Imp is great, that's a winner. Prismal Dust is not very good here because it breaks the revenge triggers. I'm okay. So the reason I wanted that trial is because we have 2 great hits for the Steel Shop at this point. Endless is one of them. I want to check the Horde first. Deranged Brute. Alright. That's pretty good. I didn't even dare to think of a Deranged Brute there. Okay, so Trample Stone wins us the run on the spot. That's a no doubt. Now, here's the question. Do you want to go... So we have Endless here. We have Fledgling Imp and we have Welder Helper. Do you want to go Fledgling Imp into Welder Helper or Welder Helper into Fledgling Imp? So I think the answer to this is Fledgling Imp into Welder Helper. Why is that? It's pretty simple, actually. It's because if you go Welder Helper into Fledgling Imp, the Welder Helper... or the Fledgling Imp has to go in front or else it never dies. And that's normally fine, but our prince is a revenge man. So you find yourself a little more inclined to just make sure you can torch your Welder Helper, right? I think it's the idea. It is fine. It is absolutely fine. The only concern now is that our good buddy, Deranged Brute, will be dying. This Horde is also, this is probably a bait. There's not a relic that really wins us the game, and I would much rather do the infusion. My goal is to stay below 40, or at or below 40 by Daedalus on pack shards. And 14 HP, we're strong, but we're not super strong because we don't have a lot of hits. Like, we don't hit the enemies a lot of times. I already have Ashes. The relic that I would like to see there is Queen's Tail, of course, but I think that I am not in a position anymore to trade my HP for a trial. And you might look at it and say, oh, well, you shouldn't have even traded HP to begin with for the trial. And, you know, no, not correct, because I didn't know. As we often say, you can't know. And I did not know that the combat, the trial, sorry, the shop, there it is, that's the word. I didn't know that the shop was just going to give me what I wanted on the first try. No way to know. Now is there? I can kill this enemy, I'm pretty sure. It's because, yeah, you get 10 on a ping. Yeah. I should have Mind Collapsed this foot soldier, but I also kind of just wanted to hit Prince, so, you know. Okay, now I can actually Mind Collapse it. Do I want to? No, I don't think so. I don't believe I do. I think it's fine. I think I want it to hit me. I have plenty of damage. Yeah, he's gonna get a slay as well, so I have plenty of damage, or rather, this gives me plenty of damage, and I get a lot. I get the armor back, basically. Right, because I have a double Welder Helper, he goes very strongly. And that's absolutely okay with me. That's a W. Solid combat. Now, a Trample Stone wins us the game on the spot, of course. We're still looking for that. Beyond that, I need to start looking for ways to keep Deranged Brute alive. Fortify is one of those, like, it's part of it sort of ideas. It helps. I think it's fine. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I think it's absolutely just fine. Gonna go to the steel shop again. Hellhorned banner also pretty cool. There's a chance we see Apex Imp, which would be pretty silly. Plus 25 is cool. Alpha Fiend. Don't need him, but Steelworker is a great infusion for Deranged Brute here. Really good. You like that. I think Deranged Brute takes plus 25, and then we are looking for multi-strike. Wow. Nice. Thanks, Monster Train. Let me check the caverns. Times 5. You ever think about, like... Okay, I've never asked this question before. I actually have no idea. Does this stack? Does it stack? Can you play, like... That would be ridiculous. Here's the thing, and there's a great reason why I've never asked this question before. One Deranged Bird is enough. You don't need 3 or 4. One of them gives you absurd over-the-top numbers. You're just asking for hits now. So I'm not too interested. I think I want... I think I want 1 card, and the 1 card I want is... I like to scroll down to bait you, it's Fledgling Imp. I want 1 more Fledgling Imp for the next combat. Now, a few interesting notes about this run. I will be picking Brawler if I see it, no questions asked. I will be going Fledgling Imp into Welder Helper first. The problem with the Steelworker infusion is that the Welder Helper will live if it, like, it'll live forever if it lives 1 round. We don't want that. Intrinsic, no. Value Stone, no, I don't have Battering Ram. Okay. And so, I have to not die in this combat. I think I should not die in this combat, but step 1 of my goal of improving at the video game is to ensure that I know where things can go wrong. Take his spell shield off. I want... No, I don't want the hit. Never mind. I need to make sure I don't take 5 here for fun. That's all. Fortify, good. You'll be fine. 10 puts you to 10. This does 5, 6. It's like, if he takes another bomb, he probably dies, is my only concern here. I don't think I can do anything about that, though. I can put an imp in front or something, maybe. It's like, if Daedalus double bombs top 4, I think I might lose the game there. That's all there is to it. I don't think you can do any... Like, there's no planning you can do to stop that from being bad, right? And then this is good. I know it might look bad, but it's good because then he gets the kill. Look for a lifesteal morsel. No lifesteal morsels, it's fine. Nothing to be had here. Yeah, this is the wave that I'm, like, prepping for, basically, right here. This is the wave that I've been trying to work out. This is what I took second Fledgling Imp for, honestly, is so that I can guaranteed draw 1 in time for this wave, because I will get hit here. I can avoid it by drawing Fledgling Imp. I will do so, hopefully. And as long as we survive this combat... It's fine. It's fine. As long as we survive this combat, the run should be pretty much done. Like I said, Trample Stone wins us the run 100%. There's no doubt. This Prince goes crazy with Trample Stone. He goes absolutely ridiculous with it. Multi-strike is probably pickable as well. Like a One-Horn's Tome could be a take, honestly. A Furnace Tap is closer. I would think about it a little bit more, but could be fine. Daedalus got 1 hit in. Good try, buddy. Good try. Okay, none of these cards are the winners I'm looking for. Kindle is completely worthless. Impalate is 60 damage to a front target. I don't care. It's ally for sure. Ugh. Sorry, I just feel a visceral reaction when I see Overgorger. This guy is the real Alpha Fiend these days. Alpha Fiend, I think, has moved into a state of being pretty good or, like, playable with a little assistance. I think that Overgorger is so terrible. but I want him to be fun, because Gorge +2 permanently. He's the worst of the perma-scalers by a lot. He's so awful. Fuck you, Overgorger. Piece of shit. I hate him. This is almost certainly going to be draw energy, because I have an endless imp. It could be draw space to play more imps, but I don't really care that much about space if I want that. I could probably take Crucible extension. I don't think I want that though. I'm gonna go draw. The imp. Duplicate is... what? What's duplicate here? Nothing really. I don't want it. I go right. Ah, Resonant Shard. Resonant Shard is it's overkill. I don't need it. Give me Precious Plating. I'm worried about dying in the next 2 combats only. I'm turning over a new leaf in Monster Train. I'm remembering that I can die on combats 4 and 5. Resonant Shard is just like completely not worth it. Yeah. I was hoping for Brawler there, but that's okay. So anyway, here I am. There's no tempo in the next ring. I prefer, and I think that it's right, even though it feels correct to do the infusion now, I think that the correct play, because ultimately, this is how you have to think about it. I have not thought about it until now correctly. Steelworker onto Deranged Brute does very little in the next 2 combats for us. Where does Steelworker into Deranged Brute matter? The Divinity, where it starts having the Divinity's damage output. I don't need to think about the Divinity, I need to think about Crystal Cloak. Does 5 armor per turn help against Crystal Cloak? No, not for the, like, because you have to think about it like this, right? You're giving the enemy, like, you're probably giving Crystal Cloak another stack of stealth. Is it going to buy you 1 round versus Crystal Cloak? Probably, but also probably not. It's a little bit of a toss-up, I think. It's kind of hard to say, because it might, but the armor might also just get stripped off and be completely worthless. I think it's hard to say, personally. I want to take this damage shield off of my man. The faster we draw Fledgling Imp, the better off we are. Yeah, or I should say Welder Helper. It's 1 Welder Helper play and then we're chilling. 75, you have to get him to like 135 to have him survive, so yeah. Yeah, ultimately it comes down to... I spend the rest of this run thinking about how do I keep Deranged Brute alive and how do I not bottom deck Welder Helper. One of those is pretty easy, it's just add card draw, but... because ultimately we have 3 hits now, and 3 hits is enough to kill most things up to the Divinity. Oh, you actually just get hit. You don't... you get your slay, you just don't get to kill anything. Or rather, you get killed. Too much damage, enemy. I mean, you can see our damage output at the end of this turn. We have double summon Welder Helper, Fledgling Imp on Deranged Brute. Like I said, the only thing we have to think about now, not the only thing, right? Because I did take a precaution against something like Crystal Cloak. Important Work is very good. Inferno is also good, but Important Work is the winner. Engine Upgrade is like actually pretty good here because if I have to take a Furnace Tap, I can play... hopefully I can turn 1 this... yeah, this card's good. I can Intrinsic it, and then I can play it to mitigate Furnace Tap pretty heavily. Gonna go right. Removal's good. I'm also looking for... yeah, not these. I could have gone left, by the way. Now that I have the Important Work, it's pickable. But I just want to get rid of these Train Stewards. Get them out of here. Okay, alright, Wing Steel here. Here it is once again. I'm talking about Wing Steel. Because it's like, it's part of my identity at this point to talk about Wing Steel. It has a use here, and the use is play Imp, like play Endless Imp, kill it with Torch, play another card, draw the Imp, play the Imp again. Repeat. But here's the thing. You might type that out. You might write that out on paper and you might go, wow, isn't that so good? And I don't know this for sure, but you gotta bear with me here for a second, right? You do that 1 time, right? And then what's the state at the end? Well, the Imp's on the floor. Yeah, the Imp is sitting there on the floor. So it's gonna either get +5 from the Steelworker, or It isn't, but then what happens? Well, on the next turn, kill Imp, and then you have to draw it again. You only play it once. Yeah, I don't actually think this is that good. You get one more play on turn 1, but then the Imp stays alive on the floor. This is only good in the case where you get to kill the Imp twice per turn, which we have 5 torches. It's unlikely that that's going to happen more often. Also, that costs 4 energy. Okay, get the hell out of here, Wingsteel. Fuck you. These aren't good. You could play Mind Jacks. I don't think it's good. Why isn't, you know, actually... Yeah, never mind. I'll take 10 HP per combat. Never mind, never mind. I thought I had no consumes. I have 2. Give me refracting lenses. That's fine. I'll pay money for refracting lenses at 2 consumes. One moment, I need to pause for a sec. I gotta blow my nose. I don't know if you can hear, but I'm feeling very congested this morning. Alright, I'm ready. Let's go. So Spikes 4, hold on, I lean back in my chair as well. Let me pull the mic in. Sorry, hold on. Spikes 4 I think is a little scary, but what I need to remember here is that we are ridiculously strong. So Spikes 4 doesn't bother me too much. Yeah, it's not like I gave spikes to the damage shield enemies here. It doesn't really hurt me that much. But this is definitely a kick your feet up sort of run, I feel. We're there. This run is very good. Just kind of kick back and relax. Yeah, Alloy can actually be the card that keeps Brute alive as well. You missed the Collector here. It's not something that I'm really going to hunt for. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. Really, the main goal here is, A, we play Fledgling, and B, I need to play Engine Upgrade. I need to make sure that I play my gain health cards now. You're dead. I don't have to do anything else here. I'm good. I could ping him, I guess. It doesn't make a difference, though. Yeah, the spikes are actually going to help me because it's going to make sure the imps die every turn. Interesting, isn't it? Interesting. Gotta move my keyboard over. I keep bumping it with my mouse. It's a real nightmare. Alright, kill this. That's fine. It doesn't hurt me that much to misclick. Like, it's not good. Obviously, misclick, he's done it. Ladies and gentlemen, get him. He clicked the card wrong. Yeah, you got me. Yeah. Tragic. Now the boss hits me 1 time instead of 1 time because of all the value I missed. Oh, Railhammer. Wow. That's pretty good. So with Railhammer, I don't actually have to take any more armor cards, I don't think, because Alloy, Railhammer, Steelworker, Infusion on Brute. Brute's fine. Like, he's gonna live. No problem. So... Oh, was there an Inferno there? I should have picked Inferno. I think I just skipped Inferno, and I should definitely pick Inferno there. That's my B. I'm going to the magic shop. So when a run looks like this, I've been slowing down a lot in these videos. When a run looks like this, I'm gonna try to accelerate a bit. I'm gonna challenge myself to make my choices a little faster. If you feel confused about anything I do, please feel free to ask. I will do my best to answer. There are a lot of hidden mechanics that I might just not explain. So Steelworker goes into Deranged Brute because I want +9 armor per turn. I need to take a 15er here, because there's a 10 here, and I am down to do it. I'll take the Spell Chain to go to an even 100. Spell Chain, important work, seems right to me. We'll take the money in the next ring, and we should be good to go. So I would like... I'd like to... No, I don't have any money. Never mind. I was going to say I'd like to reroll here. There's no reason to reroll there. -1 is fine, but also not really that important. I guess I would -1 a torch, but it's kind of whatever. It's fine because we have important work. I was gonna say I don't really want to play the imp because he's not gonna die. I have important work. He'll die eventually. Without important work, I can't play that there. Yeah, because we end up in this sort of a spot. It's not bad because I have enemies that are just gonna give me free health here, or free rage here, I should say. Yeah, this is a bit of an issue with it. This is like the only actual issue this run faces right now. It's good to see it visually, isn't it? Bear with me, I just have to think about the order here a little bit. Because I do want to play Impish Scholar, because that's HP back. I didn't play that last time around. It didn't click until just now. Impish Scholar is more HP back that I didn't think about before. I'm just gonna play it there, and then I'll get it back. 280, 190, 190. I'm okay to just end my turn here. I'm going to do that. This combat's done. So, here, I'll play one more, just to be like 100% sure. But I'm never going to pre-Relentless Fel. So what I should actually stop playing the Welder Helper because I want to draw back around faster to my last two consume cards. I think the 480 with 400 health is probably going to win the combat for me. But I also have a 215 times 2 behind him, just in case. Oh, you know what? I drug my feet. Fel got 2 rounds of Relentless in instead of 1. Well, well, well. Yeah, so we have enough armor to play One Horn's Tome here. It does necessitate energy, but we definitely have the armor we need to play it. I can't play it in the next combat, but that's fine. It's mostly just to win me the Divinity, because I need more hits on the Divinity. But we clearly have enough armor for that, so we shall do it. I'm gonna go right here. Look at the artifact. Armor 5 is bad. 50% attack. Yeah, I'm okay. Somehow I don't think that 12 more attack on Prince makes a big difference here. Somehow. So the worst card in this deck by a lot is Shade Splitter. I'm gonna buy 2 removals here because I actually think that there's a little bit of a concern in this combat coming up. We're at 100 pack shards. What do you think I'm worried about? I'll give you a moment. No Brawler. So the combat that I'm worried about is the multi-strike combat. That combat has a very deadly first wave with a bad draw. We could see a disaster. It's not a bad draw, it's not that combat, we're chilling. I really want to take this, but it's so scary. I have 180 and I heal though, so I should be able to get away with it, yeah. This trial should be fine. Oh yeah, and if we draw Welder Helper on turn 1, it's good as well. Like, it's 100% fine. Yeah, ultimately, so you could skip this trial, and it's not necessarily wrong. The thing is, there's a lot of variables that go into this trial being bad. The first one is, if the first Gilded Wing is infused, it's really bad. Thankfully not that. So I honestly think it might be right to skip it. Oh, you have 5 HP. I thought he had 2. That's my B. I think it might be right to skip that trial because you could end up taking a lot of damage for nothing there, but I like money is the thing, and so we're here, and it ends up being fine, but it could. The other thing though is that the enemies have multi-strike, so they're gonna hit a lot of times, and we have answers to 14 times 2s, so I don't know, worst case I lose some of my 180 pyre health. I would not do that at a lower health point, I guess is what I should tell you. Oh, with engine upgrade I can play One Horn's Tome. It's good because One Horn's Tome snowballs into giving him more armor overall. Pretty solid. I did miss my imp though. It is what it is. I'm not really, I mean he has 250 armor, so it's easy to forget how much damage enemies do, but it's also easy to forget how much damage enemies do. That is to say, I'm a little worried because he's fragile. Oh wait, he has 200 armor, max damage he could take in a round is not 200. But I did need to do that because I was not one-shotting this Gilded Wing. Okay, here, it's fine. Yeah, and ultimately, Wrathful Prince definitely, like, I think most people say and feel that Prince is one of the weaker champions, but he really has, of the weakest champions in the game, he has the craziest high end. My man's a 1050 times 2. Like, I think on average he's very weak, but you have a lot of runs that end up looking like this and you go, wow, buddy, pop off. Inferno's good. You could pick Branding Right to kill your imp, but I don't think you need it. I don't need Crucible Extension either. I'm good, I'm good. Okay, I want... I needed something specific here. What was it? Oh, I needed Magic Shop, yeah. Trinkets is... Nothing really all that good here. I didn't read them off to you. They were pretty unremarkable. It was a lot of morsel-based trinkets. Not too interested. I could remove Consume the One-Horn's Tome and then just play it multiple times. I think I'll get more plays out of it by doing another -1 and duplicating, because yeah, once you play it once, you can play it as many times as you want, truly. Oh, I could also have double stacked it up to 5. It's fine. I'll double stack out. I don't really want to double stack Alloy. This deck's expensive now. It has a lot of key cards that cost too much, so remove here, and I don't know. I'm gonna get rid of like a Torch and a Mind Collapse. Mind Collapse is inherently worse than Torch because Torch kills imps. So that's that. Also, killing enemies with things like Mind Collapse isn't really that good because that enemy, Prince feeds off of the enemies, right? He feeds off of kills with multi-strike, he feeds off of armor. Or he gains armor off of the multi-strike now. Eventually he's going to kill entire waves, and he also gains rage. That's the other one. He gains rage. I do not believe that you should play One-Horned Tome here. I think it's too unstable. Unstable? Maybe it's fine. We have a second One-Horned Tome though. I don't think I want to play it until I have the Welder Helper up and running. I think it's way too risky and just not worthwhile. 48 armor, that's not very good. There's no reason to roll the dice, basically. You can get to a point where he's guaranteed fine pretty quickly. He is Prince here, by the way. And even if we bottom out on our Welder Helper, it's not so bad, as you can see. And then I can go One-Horned Tome here. Oh, I don't want to give them the armor. Yeah, that's not right. You gotta go One-Horns here. If you give them the armor, I think you get hit. Yeah, you get hit there. That imp actually had to be there. Almost my bad. Almost. Okay, we just wait for the imp killer. Fear is the imp killer. Fortify you. Engine upgrade. What's in here? I'll actually just play... I'll play Impish Scholar first. Can't play One-Horned Tome, but that's fine. Until we get to the Divinity, I am going to be armoring Prince because I'm more concerned about him running out of armor now. This is a very high damage output combat, so we give it the respect it is due, of which it is like, it's due some respect, but also, you know, One-Horned Tome, there's a number of attacks that Hornbreaker Prince does where he just always starts gaining armor. With 29 armor, it looks like it's 3 actually, where he's just gonna always be gaining armor now. A really silly looking run. I love this sort of a run. I always like to see a card like, because One-Horned Tome is definitely, it's not a good card, right? Don't get me wrong. It is on average extremely bad, but when it gets to go off like this with Prince, it always feels so cool. This is the clear, correct use case for a card like One-Horned Tome. This is what I imagine they had in mind when they gave it the Fragile. Oh, well, Fragile's not so bad as long as you have armor. The problem, of course, being that a lot of times you don't have armor. Like, if you're awoken, then One-Horned Tome shows up and it's completely worthless. But when it does go off, you end up with a 1200 times 4 Hornbreaker Prince going, hey boys, get the hell out of here. Yeah, he gets hit 1 time. Good fight. Alright, I mean, this combat against the Divinity is not 100% over, right? The thing is, too, One-Horned Tome does offer interesting decisions, such as you have to skip it sometimes. So he didn't take health damage in the last combat, but more likely to happen here, isn't it? Now, with the Winged Indulgence, we are actually gaining health every round. We're gaining 1 armor per round thanks to Brute. Pretty good. see what the draw is like. It is 2, 4, 6, and 14, 22, and you'll be at 10. So, here's the situation for you in no uncertain terms. If you play Hellhorned's Tome there is a exact bottom 2 card draw that kills you. If both Welder Helpers are at the bottom of the deck and you play Hellhorned's Tome there, you lose the game. I think that it's not worth the risk. I think that in a majority of cases you will be fine, but there's an extremely small subset of cases where you die for that choice, and I would not be happy. I'll take the damage, I'll take the hit, it's not a problem. I'm okay with that. Better to be safe than sorry, right? Because ultimately I'm risking like 4 pyre damage, which is a whatever. I'm gonna Inferno this to soften it up, and then we should be a-okay. Right, now that we have the imp going, we stabilize, no problem. You can decide if you feel the same about that turn as I do. It's up to you, truly. I have nothing against you if you do go for it there. But also Wingsteel, by the way, good on the Divinity. I didn't think about it until I see it now. Wingsteel's good on the Divinity because the Divinity is always going to be killing your imps. Hellhorned's Tome should clean this up for you. Yeah, gonna get hit a little bit here, but I'm not... This is the number of hits problem, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 hits. 1, 2, 3. So it's... hang on, count with me. It's 2, 4, 5. It's 50 armor that goes to this Clipped Guardian. That's 230. 50 rage puts you at... So it's... If I kill this imp, it's 250. The imp would have to put you to 250 damage. I think I'm 5 damage short of killing the whole 4. What a shame. It's fine, of course. It doesn't matter. Like, really, this is not worth mathing out, honestly. I just think it's interesting to see if I can kill them all there. What a shame. Because now I actually take damage and my score is worse. And when I lose score, I mean... I guess my score is fine because I'm going to one-shot the Divinity pre-Relentless, but... Do I have 2 more consumes in this deck? Hold on. Is it possible? Hey, stay alive, brother. I need to draw... I'm gonna lose... Okay, I'm gonna lose health overall on the pyre. It is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm gonna be -4 because that one enemy lived. I don't believe this. Disgusting. Oh, this is the number of hits problem, but each of my hits kills an enemy now. This is where you go, okay, you're out of control. Man, I didn't even get that good of a pre-relentless with only 4 attacks. It's only a one turn early kill. Can't believe he was only 1525 times 4. What the hell, man? Only 6,000 damage per round? The thing that's really crazy to me about this game is that if you showed me a unit that did 1 hit 6,000 damage, I would tell you, yeah, that's probably pretty bad, right? That's what I think is really shocking about this game. Really, really big numbers are often really, really not good. I find, anyway. But that's a fun one. A very enjoyable run, I think. I like Prince, even if I think he's not very good. He's a lot of fun. He gets very big number when you high roll. Probably really good in runs where you just need to go nuts like that. Not a lot of runs like that, I guess. You don't need to go crazy big numbers all that often, I don't think. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.